let alone the shitty one that you signed me up for. So if you're watching this, and for anybody that can relate, you're protected, you survived, and you will be vindicated. Yeah, what the fuck is right, Adele, right? You've been through some what the fuck too. Torture tactics, exactly. That's why the reason that military struck me is because my ex is ex-military. His father is military. They got married for benefits, so my ex told me, when they were 18 years old. They didn't even invite anyone to the wedding. They just went to the courthouse and got married. And ever since, she got her green card, she got benefits, they were married, but they had this very strange open relationship and they separated. It was interesting, she used the word separated when I questioned if they were still together, because I said, it's you. I know it's you. It's you. They told me they were just friends. But they weren't just friends. Okay. They're demons together. They're karmic twins. They're the false twin flames, y'all. Her birthday is 2/22. Mine's 11/22. His is 1/11. I'm the real twin. She's the karmic twin. In my chart, my sun is Sagittarius. His moon is Sagittarius. My Venus is Capricorn. His Venus is Capricorn. We're born in the same month. 21 days apart. Same year. Knowing that he left with this person, knowing that that I could never convey to him what was like the amount of concern I had, because he had already chosen what he was going to do, but he didn't know what I knew. Because I felt her demonic, dark energy, right? Because I'm a witch. In the upright, a real high priest, yeah. And this bitch thought I was stupid because I had emotions. But I'm actually, like, emotionally intelligent to a degree that, like, she could never comprehend, okay? And she thought this would be an easy takedown. Just literally taking my whole life from me and living it instead of me. With the person I thought that loved me, that actually just used me. And he told me, I don't know why I have such a thing for creatives. Well, I know why, because you're married to a demon that likes to energy harvest. A creativity muncher. That's why. And that dark demonic energy that would all of a sudden just be in our atmosphere when we were so loving and peaceful, that was being projected onto me, everything she is, that I'm not, was very, very actually powerful. Very powerful dark practitioner. I'll give you that. Not nearly as powerful as me, because I'm connected to Source. You're connected to the moon. Source is the sun. Source will always outdo the moon. You don't have energy. You don't have the battery pack. What are you going to do without that? It's going to run out. You're going to steal it from others. That's what you're going to do. You're going to work in the shadows, and you're going to energy harvest from everybody else through their sacral energy, probably, is what I'm guessing. With the gas pedal song, I'm guessing that you are a sleuth in the streets, but you hide it and pretend to be like me, the divine femme. Complete bullshit, though. Complete and utter bullshit. Although me and this person did have a lot in common. It was easy to mix the two up. It really was. Because we have very similar tastes and stuff. But we are nothing. Oh boy, we are nothing alike. So yeah, this person, if you can relate, y'all, this person was a dark witch. They tried to get me to unalive myself. I went through all of that at once, and then my dog died, y'all. And then I had to worry about moving and working and supporting the roof over my head. And she thought that my ex was doing me a favor by paying his half of the rent until the lease ended. Yeah, no. There were no favors. Very funny stuff with the formula, by the way. I hope you see this and you laugh so hard like you did when I was in the state that I was in. And anyway, so the reason I'm mentioning that is because there are people that evil, y'all, that when they want something, they're willing to literally make you a human sacrifice. Because if I didn't have you guys, if I didn't have my faith, if I didn't have my family, if I didn't have, because I didn't understand what was going on, and that was the point of it. It was war tactics that were being used on me. I looked it up and verified this. I could literally put this person in prison for the rest of their life if I want to, and I haven't yet. But I did reach out recently, and I made it clear that they have a week to make me an offer and to apologize and to fix whatever the fuck they tried to do to my reputation, whatever they can. Because after a week, they're only going to be able to contact me through my lawyer. And I made this clear. They didn't think I was serious. But it's through you guys that I'm able to like start saving for the lawyers and the. So I told them I was going to do it. I'm a very patient person. She thinks she's calculated, but she doesn't have foresight. So it's like the good thing to have, you guys, in situations like this is to try to keep calm. I know it's like impossible when stuff like that happens, but that's why knowledge is power. Because if you have knowledge on psychology, you know immediately that this is like unhinged behaviors. And nobody normal acts like that. Okay, so that's the first thing. That I did know. And I saw a fear in my person's eyes where he would literally change. Like he turned into like his eyes disassociated. It was fear. So she got everybody to think that I was a scary, like a threat. I never chased anyone. I never did anyone to make anyone think that. I never gave any indication that I was somebody to be feared of. I don't have a criminal background like she does. I don't sell, drubes like she does. I am not, some kind of undercover weirdo like she is, in a cult, basically. So it's funny that like she sat on a high horse, and the people that do these things, they do that. They sit on a high horse, and the way they get their source and their power and their energy is by draining everybody else's. That's what they do. That's called an energy vampire. It's why I couldn't sleep when I was around my person for like long periods of time. I was so affected by the energy. The energy was so rotten and so powerful that he was like the channel between her and I. And it was so diabolical, y'all. She was very creative with it, I have to say. Very, very, but like so evil. And nothing to be proud of. Like, this is the type of person that should not be like free in the streets. It's like, this is the type of person that never learns, and they don't care what they do to people. I almost died. You might have almost died. That's not funny. This is the type of person that would think that's funny, and they'd add it to their list of, hell yeah, that's another win. Here's another life insurance policy I can take out now. It's sick. Absolutely sick. Yeah. I tried to protect my person because the way that it was left off was he had, she had propositioned him to do something shady and illegal. And I said, you're not going to set a boundary? So I'm going to then. There's no fucking way in hell I'm not going to tell her not to do that again. And I was punished for that. I was like, literally, after I did that, the next day my person disappeared. My life was attacked. Nobody gave me answers. It was sick. It was disgusting. And it was planned. She showed up out of nowhere to deliver mail. I can't. Anyway. So this is, if you've been through something like this, y'all, the one thing that I didn't do was give away my power. They thought I did because I was emotionally reacting, like very sad, to the point where I ended up in the hospital multiple times with hypertension too. To the point where I was very much so considering just like driving my car into a tree. Yeah. Because my nervous system was, my cortisol levels were like, it was too much. My heart was beating too fast. Nobody cared. And I kept telling my person, and he would care, but then he wouldn't care. Because all of a sudden she like, I don't know what she does to this person's brain, but it's like so freaky deaky. Like, I don't know. She's like a puppeteer. She's a marionette, y'all. She's a masterful marionette. But that doesn't work well against a psychic. And she was so strange, too. She kept stalking me, y'all. She still stalked me. Help. That was probably information seeker, y'all. You know what I mean? I have so many photos of, like, all of the deranged behavior that she did. And all the screen names and just... Oh, it was so weird. So weird. No self-awareness. It's like, if you're gonna do something like this, God, Jesus, be better at it. Because, like, that is, like, it was so obvious that I couldn't even believe. For such a smart, well thought out plan. It's like, for real? You're seen. Like, okay. It's not about if, it's about when. So, yeah. Anyway, so I had to worry about all that while healing from grieving my... thought I was going to marry soulmate, who's my actual twin flame, even based on our astrological charts. But she would like to say that they're twin flames because she's 222 and he's 111. No. 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 So yeah, let's see. Sorry guys, this one's hitting for me. Somebody's gonna need their angels, that's all I gotta say. Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Oh my god, we got feather again. A different deck. What's up with the feather? Somebody's light as a feather. Their heart is light as... You know, like when they weigh the heart, if it's heavy or if it's light, you get to enter heaven or hell. There's something to that. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. This younger woman with this dark hair. Yeah, tell me about it. Unsuccessful plans are being exposed. Time to go out and not have fun. Time to go out and not have fun. All right, guys, we're back. We got 10% left. Somebody's going to start getting ahead really fast now. Somebody wanted to get ahead really fast. They thought it was going to be fun. Stealing from somebody. Trying to destroy their life and get them to off themselves so they could take their identity. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Had a great passion to do this. Tulips could be significant. Yeah, grape sounds like, you know, R-A-P-E. Absolutely. This is a spiritual grapist, y'all. A mind grapist. Yeah, look at this eye, y'all. Evil eye. Look, confirmation, psychic ability. I see you. Hi. Somebody could have brown eyes. Somebody trusted their intuition. Something about July could be significant. Yep, he was gone during July, 4th of July. Wonder why. Climbing towards success. What did I say about social climber, y'all? Spot on. Tower. Somebody wanted to climb somebody's solid foundation for personal prosperity and abundance. And the funny thing is, this happened right after I performed in front of 20,000 people at the LA Convention Center. He was already with his real twin, who was killing it, y'all. And she didn't like that much. She wanted that. Oh wait, do you have that? Because you can't do the same thing I do. And I'm loyal to what I do. And you're probably loyal to what you do, y'all. Whatever it is. You built that foundation. That's your castle. Basket. Yeah, somebody's not... It's like somebody didn't want somebody to get recognition. They didn't want somebody to get rewarded anymore for what they deserve and what they work for. They didn't want to see that. Yeah, they didn't want to see somebody have a child. Oh my God, this reading, y'all. I'm going to cry. Yup. Didn't want to see that. Didn't want to see that. Why are we pulling this, Spirit? Is there something that you would like us to know? Oh, it's more than jealousy. That's envy. That's an identity, a walking identity crisis, like that never stops. Like they don't have, they, yeah. Con artists. Somebody's escaping. That's why so Scorpio's escaping. Or you escaped a trap. Or somebody's escaping someone's trap. Wow, 8-8, y'all. Karma. That's crazy. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, 6 of Wands at the bottom, victory. Wow, y'all, finally. Jesus Christ. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. You're the best. Something was a lie. It was meant to get somebody stuck. Somebody can't be sacrificed. This person is so sincerely not somebody's true twin flame or soulmate that they had to literally do all this and keep somebody in their shadow, which is unhealthy, while they had something that was healthy, that was moving, progressing along. Literally had to traumatize multiple people, everybody, get so many people involved, break the law so many different ways, risk people's health, risk people's lives, kill a child, technically, because, you know, it wasn't technically, yeah, it was, I was pregnant probably only 6 weeks. So to me, that's still, you know, I didn't get a choice, really, because the stress was very... I lost 20 pounds that first month. I couldn't even, Anyway, so if you've been through something like this, I just want to give you a spiritual hug, y'all. You guys are the bomb.com. You are so strong. This type of energy is no match for you. And everything that they took is going to be given back. Everything. With some interest. Is what Spirit's telling me, because the 6 of Wands just came out here. Because something was a lie. With the Ace of Swords in reverse. Let's just verify with this deck here. What was this person's goal? I might have to switch phones, y'all, because my phone is very low battery. If I disconnect, make sure you're following me now, you guys, because if I disconnect, I'm going to immediately use my other phone. Yeah, black magic, double confirmation. This is a dark witch. This is a high priestess in reverse. An actual dark practitioner, like for real. They do witchcraft. And that's what I felt. It felt so alien-like. I even have the text. I told my person, I'm like, oh my God, this doesn't feel like normal. Like, I can't explain it. It feels like an alien like miscarriage. It feels like an alien presence of evil. It feels, yeah. Somebody did black magic so that somebody wouldn't help someone. So that they could steal something. Wow. This is so direct. So that they could persevere. Because they don't have the imagination that this other person does. Y'all, if I tear up a little bit, excuse me. Unbelievable. Anyway, it's being exposed. They couldn't get away with stealing something because somebody's still persevering, like a demigod. Okay, is what I'm hearing. They endured. They rise to the challenge. And now somebody's being exposed as a thief who was merciless and very unkind. Who's a witch, a dark witch. Like an actual dark witch, yeah. Like actually a really gifted one in the worst way. Like if you like a spiritual hit woman, y'all. Spiritual hitman. Witch and warlock. Witch and warlock. Bonnie and Clyde, as they would probably call it. Not really, dudes. Not really. Not really. Bet your mom and dad would be so proud. I believe she was adopted, y'all. And I'm not going to be evil, but there's something that I know you would say if I was adopted and I was this diabolical. But I'm not going to go there. Anyway, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Archangels, and I might disconnect, guys, so make sure you follow me now. I will sign right back on if you are wanting to stay for the length of this reading. Clear, concise, and precise. I will interpret these messages from the heart, from the soul. Any negative energy interference, please return to the sender. And on behalf of the collective and myself, we love you, we thank you, and we trust you, Spirit. This reading specifically messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, now through November 2025. And I'm going to light some sage because this is like legit like dark practitioner energy. So this person might do this for work. Like they might get hired. They might have a business doing this. Diabolical, sinister, sickening behavior. And I guarantee that they have killed before. Guarantee. I put my life on it. That they've, and take it as it resonates, y'all, that they've gotten somebody to unalive themselves. Guaranteed. On my family's life. Here's your 15 minutes of fame, bitch. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're laughing. Here's the sage that we need for your weird, rotten ass. Alright. So let's see. I love you guys. Thank you for sending me your great energy to get through this reading. Here we go. Toxic matriarch. That's the mom. This is a continuation of the energy check. This is the worst mother that ever was. Literally, this was such a horrible mother that like she flexed felon on her Instagram, you guys. Like as if it was something to be like a badge of honor or something when she was about to be away from her kids for a year. I was like, oh my God. So that's somebody that you'd marry, but you wouldn't marry like a person like me? That made me so sad. Not for me, but it told me that my person just didn't love themselves. Like truly. Because that person doesn't love anyone. Okay? This is a loss. Somebody's defeated. This is a fail. Somebody is a emotionally stunted child. This is a fail. The problem is somebody communicated something. Somebody's moving forward on these feelings. They're closing a cycle out. Good job, babe. As much as I despise what you did, good job. Thank God. Maybe you'll survive till your 40s now. Yeah, here's this bad friend group. 3 of Cups in reverse. Selfish, complainer mentalities, just possessive, smacks without love, exploitative, problematic marriages, addicts, drunkards, people that betray everybody. Nobody can trust each other in this energy. No honor amongst thieves, y'all. Yeah, they can't hold somebody back anymore. They can't hold on to something anymore. Somebody tried to hold on to something that wasn't theirs in the first place. In the past, look, this is my story, you guys. In the past, there was a 2 cups in the upright. Very harmonious, cooperative, divine connection, a balanced partnership, a fair partnership, a loyal partnership. Strength. The strength is that somebody wouldn't sacrifice a childhood dream or unconditional love. They refused, even though they had every reason to, after going through something like this. There's something that somebody doesn't want to see. Somebody doesn't want somebody to see about their childhood too. That somebody has been holding them back and causing delays on purpose and stagnancy and keeping somebody complacent and unhappy, knowing they're unhappy ever since childhood. This is a frenemy. This is not like somebody you should even, let alone marry, but be friends with. This is somebody that needs to be like in a padded room. In the near future, somebody's defeated, this scammer, this player, for their carelessness. There's gonna be like somebody's gonna be indecisive, this opportunist. They're defeated or something failed. What's the advice? The advice is to move quick and give somebody what they deserve, and especially emotionally. Stop working with these people. Balance something out. You could be seeing the number 23 a lot. Somebody could be a goat. Greatest of all time. This friendship group or this third party is extremely burdened. 33 could be significant. This is their burden to carry. It's in the environment currently. Carry that shit. You got 3 people here. There's 10 wands. My collective and I had to carry all those 10 wands by ourselves. So you got it. It's no big deal. You got this. All 3 of you could split it up into 3. What's the hope and or fear? That somebody here is going to balance 22. She's a 22 and so am I, y'all. This is such a crazy reading. Wow. Anyway, the hope and or fear, depending who is reading this is. If it's my reading, the hope is to balance something out. The fear for somebody else is to balance something out. Possible outcome. Somebody's committed to something for the long haul. To this unconditional love, to this childhood dream. They're not sacrificing it, ever. And they're not going to sacrifice a true balanced relationship. Whether that's with this person or no, it doesn't matter. That's what they're going to have. So if you wanted to live somebody's life instead, yeah, look at this bad karma. Because of somebody's lack of confidence, There's shame. There's going to be health problems here. It's going to get worse before it gets better. There's going to be bad karma. This is bad karma. Unhappiness. Somebody move forward with unhappiness with a person that can never be satisfied. Somebody that's hedonistic, arrogant, superficial, abusive. It's heartbreaking. That's the truth. Now somebody's forced to think about planting new seeds, rushing in, making a love offer, and actually fighting for themselves. Restoring hope in their life. Keeping their money and getting divorced. Somebody was never going to put the work in anyway. Wow. I'm blown away, y'all. That's a beautiful reading. Unreal. Strongest energies: Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo, Pisces. My phone's about to die, guys, so I will sign right back on, okay? Jupiter and Leo could be significant. Mercury and Sagittarius, Cancer and Mercury, Venus and Cancer, Scorpio Sun, Jupiter and Capricorn, Saturn and Libra, Saturn and Sagittarius, Aries Sun, Taurus Gemini, Jupiter and Pisces, Pisces Sun, Mars and Scorpio, Jupiter and Libra, Leo Sun, Sagittarius Moon, as I mentioned, my ex, and I'm a Sagittarius Sun. That's wild, y'all. Who's resonating with this message too? I feel like this is not just for me. This is definitely for a lot of us here. Somehow you guys ended up in my channel for a reason, because God knew that He was going to make me read on this story for the people that have been through similar. And I'm so glad that you're here to speak on it. Thank you, Jesus. Taurus Moon. There's that Pisces Aquarius, see? Pisquarius. Taurus. Sun. Aries, Taurus. Went through it yesterday. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Wow. The fact that you found your way here when that happened yesterday, you are like strong, even stronger than me. I'm so glad you're here though. It's an honor that if I was like assigned to be your messenger. So that was the reading, you guys. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna switch phones. Give me one sec. You're so welcome. You're going through it now, Ashley. I think Ashley's the name of one of the people that they might have taken out, y'all. Whoa. That was wild. Whoa. I'm so sorry, Ashley. I know you were just trying to talk to me. But like, whoa, that was weird. That could be another message. Yeah, they could be spiritual hitman couple. Definitely. I think that she was training him to be her handler. And he didn't even, either he did know it, but he didn't really know it because she painted it as a fantasy or something. I don't think he realized that she's serious, like, that it's not just a fantasy, like, or maybe he does. I don't know, dude. I don't know if I want to know. It doesn't really fucking matter. It's sick.